Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now, I've already got, I believe, 8 of the endings. Let me see. Yeah, I've got about 8 of the, was it 18 endings possible. Some lists will say 19, no, maybe it's 17, because some lists will say 18 or 19 because some people count the broom closet ending as an ending. Some people count the whiteboard ending as an ending, which neither of them are really endings, they're just jokes. So, I think it's like 17. There's about 17 endings. There's a total of 17 endings, and we have 8 of them, which means we are just under halfway done with this game. About to get number 9 right here, though.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Okay, and then there's actually extra dialogue, but you have to be able to pull a console up to do that, and for some reason I can't get the game to let me do that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to pause the game. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. That's weird, because it's like, sometimes it doesn't actually pull it up, and sometimes it does. I don't know. But I didn't actually pull it up. All I did was hit escape. So I guess we can actually just do this. My original idea was I was just going to look it up on YouTube and show you guys there, and then give credit to the person who uploaded the video. But apparently, it's going to let me do this now.
Whoa, did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one. It's more of a notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room. I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Alright, but yeah, then of course you can literally just, you're going to go ahead and do this. And then we'll just begin the game again. We'll just restart. Okay, and then I also realized that I only have like one ending from if you go through the left door.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I also want to try to see if I can find something first. Okay, there we go. So I need to start doing these as well. This one is supposed to be, what is it, the heaven ending? Which is technically still a left door ending because you have to go through the left door to get to some of the computers. But what you need to do is you need to come to 419 and click the button on that computer, and then just restart the game. Okay, and then you gotta go to 423's computer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Push the button, and then restart the game. And then for this one, it says you have to go all the way to... And I have to look up a guide for this one, I don't remember where the computers are. But, well, he's not even talking this time. He may be irritated with me. But yeah, so you have to go all the way up to the boss's office to do this one. And it's this computer right here. You push the button and you restart. And then we go to 434's computer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Come on, let me push the thing.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, wait. Trying to remember. Okay, wait. I had it. There we go. Okay, now we can restart. And then we just have to click on Stanley's computer. And thus we have received the heaven ending. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. And it's literally just buttons. Buttons galore. You can just sit here and push all the buttons. I don't think anything actually happens if you manage to push all of them because there's so many. According to the guide, there's like 432 buttons to push. So I don't know if it's even possible to push all of the buttons. Although I think, oh, then you can actually do it from right all the way back here too, apparently. Maybe? Oh, there it goes. But yeah, like, there's like 432 of these buttons you can push, and there's no way you'd be able to push them all ever. Because I don't think you can even reach the ones on the top. Oh, it has to reset. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's your heaven ending. Anyway. Oh, interesting. We have the papers on the floor now.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Okay then. And sometimes I think this is supposed to be a dude standing outside this window, but it doesn't happen every time. Anyway, so now for this next ending, we basically just have to go all the way down the left door until we get to the mind control room again. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and head into here. But instead of hitting the off button like we did in the freedom ending, we're gonna hit the on button.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Yeah, there is actually no way to get out of that, I don't think, because there would have been something like that online. And somebody would have probably figured it out, and there seems to be no way to figure it out. And this game's been around for quite a few years now, so there's basically no way to actually win that one. Well, I mean, that is winning it, is just dying. Anyway, let's see, that's how many endings in this video? Okay, that's ending number 3. So I'll do one more ending and then I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go ahead and do the other upstairs one because there is one more up here. Well, technically, there's one more up here. I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I don't really have to go up there.
Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Well, thanks, bud. That actually helps with trying to speedrun to the next location. I appreciate that very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, narrator.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And we will not. We will escape. I'm going to go this way.
This passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yup.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plugging the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Uh-oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. The office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. And so this is supposed to be the museum ending, which is pretty cool. The corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The 2 doors. The set of 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Huh. So literally, this right here was the first thing they made for this game. This was the first idea, and everything else that came after it was just an extension of that. That's kind of cool. The button sounds. The actual credits. Huh. Stanley character skin. Kevin Brighton is the narrator. But nothing for this female narrator we have? Okay then. Now what do we have over here? The maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. I'm not gonna I want to try to look as much as I can, but at the same time I really don't want to worry about any of this too much because there's a lot here. Oh yeah, the Warzone ending. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of first person as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. But I would have actually loved to try to play something like that. That would have been kind of fun. Even if it didn't last very long, just to see Stanley, just this dude who pushes buttons for a living, fighting in a war. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, so it's actually just kind of flipping through them. Okay. Well, if they're going to flip through them, I'm not going to try to read them because I'm not going to rapidly try to read those. The lounge. What is this one? The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Ah, okay. Cargo lift again. The apartment timer. Huh. In the previous ending of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer gives you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Well, that's not foreshadowing at all. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November of 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. And I think this is the one we ended up with. And what we got over here? Game design mock-up. Okay. There's the exit over there. The monitor room elevator. The countdown room. And what's this one over here? The freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in the beta. Countdown desk. I want you to look at it a little bit more, and then I'm going to leave. The Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Because the Zending is the one that we did in the I think it was the last one where we went in that room with the stars and everything, and then we jumped off the staircase and died. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Zending model. Doesn't seem to be much there. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized what they were supposed to do. Or this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. I'm trying to look around a little bit more, and then I'm going to leave. The very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. There's stuff over there. I want to see if I can get there really quick. Oh, this is the boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. So I guess that's supposed to be the first one. This is the second one, and this is the third one, I guess. I want to see what's over here. I don't think I've ever seen what's over here. Employee lounge, underground. So the Mac Control facility. What is this in here? Narration outtakes. Kevin Bryden, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times. Over the course of 2 years. Two years of development. These are clips from the early takes that were not used in the final game. I heard him talking.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy.
Huh. It's hard to hear a lot of that, so I don't know if any of you guys heard it, but again, that's just the starting area again. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's just an office clock. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and head to the exit. Honestly, I think we saw everything we can see here. If there's something I missed and you guys noticed that,
Oh, look at
then
these
just let me know.
two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and make your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Nope. He did. Okay, and that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to get four endings per video, up until the last one, because I want to try, because the one ending that I want to try to get is the most time-consuming ending of all of them. So actually, I might try to do 5 in the next one, because I have 6 total endings left, and that last one's going to be the one that's kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, I think in the next one I'm going to go ahead and do the 5 endings, and just try to cut as much as I possibly can. Especially since one of them seems to be kind of short anyway. Like, one of them's long, one of them's short, the rest of them are kind of like average length. And then, the other one is like insanely long. You know, it's like 4 hours long. And if you don't understand what that's supposed to be a hint to, then, you know, go watch the first episode. I think that's why I did the game's ending, I think. But yeah. And now, no, I'm not going to record the entire 4 hours. That would be stupid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play it as much as possible. And then, kind of try to time it. And try to do something else off to the side in the meantime. And, do my best to try to focus on that. Because the thing is, it's like the first 2 hours is pretty easy for doing this, but then the second half it kind of doubles in difficulty. So then you have to really start to focus on it more. And if you mess up once, you have to start all over again, which is the most annoying part of that. But yeah, I want to try to get that last ending, and that one's just one of the hardest ones you can get. But there's also supposed to be one, I think that's called the 8 ending. I don't know how you get that one, though. I could probably look it up, honestly. But, yeah, so, anyway. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. Comment what you enjoyed about it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to be notified of when I upload a new video. And before I actually forget to mention, I am down to, like, one new video every 5 days, and that's just because I am still kind of trying to recover from the depression. I mean, I'm doing a lot better now, but I don't want to try to push myself when I'm reaching closer to when all the stuff with my dad happened, because it's now October 22nd, which means that this video is actually going to be going up today. But it's like 12:41 a.m., so it's going to be like another, what, like 11-ish hours? No, 13-ish hours, I think. Yeah, but about 13-ish hours before this one goes up. But, cause it's almost 1 o'clock. But it's on October 20, it is October 22nd right now. And in like, what, a week and 5 days? Something like that. My dad's birthday will be coming around, and then, a month and 6 days after that will be my actual birthday. Even though I prefer to spend my half birthday and make that my actual birthday, but my real birthday will be on December 8th, and then 2 days after that, it'll be like the 5-year anniversary of my dad dying, or not really anniversary, but just, because usually anniversary is something you celebrate. This is just more of a time marker, I don't know. But, on the 10th of December, it'll have been 5 years exactly since he died. And then you got Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving, which I don't really care about Thanksgiving much anyway. But, yeah, so I don't want to try to push myself when we're getting closer and closer to that point in time. So I'm probably going to keep it down to like a new upload every 5 days-ish. So just expect that as we go forward. Hopefully I'll have enough content to get us through to the new year with that kind of schedule. Which it'll be easier than just trying to do an upload every day like I was doing. Especially because I don't have that much, and I don't have enough money to buy new games, and I don't have a new headset, I don't have the PS5, I don't have anything yet. I can't even get a PS4, so, yeah. And I can afford it, but I can't get one. I can't get my hands on one. But, anyway, so, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, everything, and, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then.